My lab experiment was forest bathing. Forest bathing, or as it's called in Japan, Shinrin-yoku, is a Japanese practice that gained popularity in 1982. It translates to absorbing the forest atmosphere, or forest bathing, and was given its name by the Japanese Ministry of Agriculture, Forestry, and Fisheries. And it entails individuals disconnecting from fast-paced life and spending time in nature. It can be performed by anyone in any forest, and to take part, an individual should leave behind all distractions like phones, watches, or whatever would take their attention away from their surroundings. After temporarily disposing of these, an individual should venture into the forest, whether it's in a group or by themselves. While they're in the forest, they should be aimlessly walking and observing their surroundings by mentally distinguishing colors and plants and animals they see, listening to what kind of noises they hear throughout the forest, and taking mental note of what smells are present. Forest bathing aims to improve the mental and physical health of people. Mental health can be improved as walking through the forest allows individuals to be at peace with their surroundings and encourages individuals to forget all their normal stressors in life. Physical health can be improved as forest bathing allows for our body to be active as it explores. The fresh air can benefit the lungs, and the practice can lower heart rate and blood pressure. The first scientific article I found was from PubMed, and it was titled Shinrin-yoku, Forest Bathing, and Nature Therapy, a State-of-the-Art Review. It was published in 2017, and it aims to illuminate the effects and benefits of the practice of forest bathing and encourage further longitudinal research. The facts gathered and presented in this article came from 64 different studies. The effects include the following. In the immune system, forest bathing has been said to increase natural killer cells that can help prevent cancer. In the cardiovascular system, blood pressure can be lowered and can help lessen the symptoms of coronary artery disease. In the respiratory system, allergies and respiratory disease can be altered. The conditions of depression and anxiety can be lightened. The mind can relax and help those with ADD or ADHD, and people can find themselves grateful and connected with nature. Most of the claims are backed up, and the explanation of preventative and restorative effects of forest bathing are also included. The second article I found was released in 2019 and is titled Effects of Forest Bathing Shinrin-yoku on Levels of Cortisol as a Stress Biomarker, a Systematic Review and a Meta-Analysis. This article includes a systematic review and meta-analysis, and 971 articles were viewed before the making of this article. Out of those 971 articles reviewed, 22 of them were covered in the systematic review and 8 were covered in the meta-analysis. The article includes that in all but 2 studies, cortisol levels were notably lower after forest bathing versus the control groups. So basically that article was just measuring the serum cortisol levels and saliva cortisol levels to show the influence of forest bathing on stress. And in the article, they also include the possibility of placebo effects and that further research should be done. The third scientific article was titled Forest Bathing Enhances Human Natural Killer Activity and Expression of Anti-Cancer Proteins. This was a research experiment performed in Tokyo, Japan, where 12 healthy male test subjects between the ages of 37 and 55 were taking a 3-day and 2-night trip to 3 different forests to practice forest bathing. Before each trip, their blood, natural killer activity, T cells, granulosin, peripherin, and granzymes in their peripheral blood lymphocytes were measured. After forest bathing, they were tested again. Each subject, including one, showed increased activity of all these factors, which indicates that the immune system can be positively affected. The first popular literature article I found was in Time magazine, and it was called Forest Bathing is Great for Your Health, Here's How to Do It, and was released in 2018. The purpose of the article is to explain what forest bathing is, and it shares statistics regarding how many people live in cities and how many people spend their time indoors. There is a statement made that says that even just participating in forest bathing for 2 hours can help de-stress and relax someone, and that statement is backed up by linked articles in the article. The linked articles are to PubMed studies, and this Time article is a reliable source of information regarding the basic benefits of forest bathing and how anyone can practice it. The second piece of popular literature comes from National Geographic, and it was released in 2019, and is titled The Secret to Mindful Travel, A Walk in the Woods, and it begins by sharing when and where forest bathing emerged. Forest bathing is a form of ecotherapy, and in the 1990s, research began investigating physiological effects. The article explains how many different backgrounds had recognized a correlation between human health and connecting with nature, and then they provide 5 locations to where forest bathing can be practiced, and at each of the 5 locations they list specific and unique benefits, and there's information on professionals that can direct people on forest bathing experiments in each location. The final piece of popular literature is titled Forest Bathing Benefits, How Shinrin-yoku Can Soothe Your Body and Mind. And this article highlights the calming power of forest bathing by stating that this activity can help balance the mind and body. Some background of the practice is provided, and that research has been going on and is still being conducted. It then lists the top 6 benefits of forest bathing. Each of the claimed benefits are supported with evidence by university studies, Shinrin-yoku researchers' findings, meta-studies, and doctors' findings. The next section of the article shares why forest bathing is good for someone's mind, and it's backed up by meta-studies and other studies and studies done in other countries. The claims made about the benefits are supported with scientific evidence. And most of my information in the scientific articles and the popular literature articles correlate that forest bathing can help lower blood pressure. It's good for your mind. It can help clear your mind. It's good for your body. And they're still doing investigations to see how exactly it affects the body. This is a beneficial practice, and it should be practiced by everybody. Benefits are extremely positive, and some of them include reduced stress, increased natural killer cell activity, boosted creativity, and reduced high blood pressure. Depending on where individuals choose to participate in forest bathing, that can also affect the kind of benefits they receive, as some locations have higher essential oils in the trees and in the air versus others. The self-care practice of forest bathing is extremely beneficial to the mental and physical well-being of individuals and can be easily practiced by anyone.